In this chapter 5, I will be implementing login and sign up. And for this, I will be requiring another library or package. So I can install that package with pip install Flask JWT extended. Enter. Okay. Pip is requirements.txt. Fine. CLS. Now in this API, I'm going to create another routes, auth routes.py, and this is for sign in and sign up. Now let me import some packages that is required here. From models.user, I have to import my user model. From Flask, I will be requiring request and JSONify. Also, I will require my custom decorator, import expect, and from Flask RESTX, resource is required, namespace is required. I will create separate namespace for this auth fields, and abort is also required. And for security, I will deal with password, so I have to deal with security. So from workzug for security, I have to import generate password hash and also check password hash. And from the library that I have just installed, Flask JWT extended, I have to import JWT required, get JWT identity, create access token, and create refresh token. Okay, these all are required. I also require employee model. That means the model where I can define my email and password. So here in this models, I am going to create employee.py, the model for email and password. So from database .exts import db class employee db.model. For login or sign up, email and password are required. db.column, this is my string field, and I will get this email from my user. So this will be my foreign key, FRAGN KEY. Okay, I will get from user.email. And also I can create this as primary key. So for this employee model, this is my primary key, email is my primary key, and I will get email from this user.email. And for password, db.column, I can write here text also. Okay, db.text is fine for password, and I can write here nullable equals false. Yes, this email is dependent to this user field. I have to write here, let me first write comment, relationship with user model, user equals db dot, I have to define relationship between user and employee model. I can pass here backref equals db dot backref employee, and I can pass use list equals false. So what is this? It says my employee is related to the one user And this backref means from the user side I can get employee from user.employee, and from the employer side I can get user from employee.user. So this backref is very important. That means if I want to get some field from the user, I can directly write employee.user. I will access the field from the user also. So this backref is very important. And this use list mean it says one-to-one relationship between user and employee. And here I will be having save method self db.session.add self db.session.commit. Okay, and in this auth routes I can import from models.employee. I can import employee. I'll create separate namespace for auth. Namespace. Description is namespace for our authentication. I can define auth API model, auth dot model name is auth, and here I have first field email. This is string, and I have password. This field is either string or text. I can write string. Okay, that is fine. Now I will have to define root for my sign up. Auth ns dot root, and path is sign up. To register I can use this path /sign up. Class sign up resource. First one is post method. I will get request from the payload. Request.getJSON. I will get email and password from the user. So I can get data.get email. And now I have to check if this email exists or not. So I can find user from my database. User.query.filter by email equals email. I want to get the first record. If not found, if not db user, I'm going to abort. 404 not found. I can write user is not registered. I can also write contact admin for register. Okay, I can write any message here. If found, if user is there, I have to register a user, I have to sign up. So I can write employee detail. I can directly get employee detail from dbuser.employee. As simple as this, because in my model, in my employee model, I have added backref. If employee detail, if they are employee, that means the user is already registered. So I can here I can abort. I can write 400, and in this message I can write user has already signed up, please log in. If not employee detail, I can create password for that user. So employee model that I have just created, email equals email, password equals data.get password. But I have to save my password in hash, so I can call my generate password hash function. I've already imported, you can clearly see here, generate password hash I have imported from the security. And now I can write new user.save. I've created this save method already. I can return new user. Okay, as simple as this. This is for sign up. Now next one is for login. I can write auth ns dot root slash login. For post method, again I will get data from the user, so that means from the payload. So I can write request.get JSON. I will get email, so data.get email, and I will get password, data.get password. When user try to log in, they will provide this email and password. Now employee equals, I have to query this employee. If the employee exists or not, I can write employee.query.filter by email equals email. I will get the first record. This will return the employee in obj format object, and to get the actual data I can use Marshall. I can pass employee obj auth API model. I have already defined model here, auth API model. Now if there is employee, if employee object, and if the password is matched, I can use check password hash. I have already imported here check password hash. So this is the password from my database, employee detail password. This is the hashed password, and I have to also take this password with my the password that is provided by user password. So this is the hash password, and this is the actual password from the payload. If this match, user will be successfully logging, and user will get this SS token and refresh token. So I can write SS token equals create SS token. I have already imported this also, and I can pass here identity equals email. Also for refresh token, create refresh token, again identity equals email. This SS token and this refresh token will be required for authentication. I will come to this later. Now I can return in JSONify. I can return this token, and I can return refresh token. If there is employee and if the password matches, else if not matched, I can return one message, email or password incorrect. I can also return the status code 401, and this is it. And in this auth routes, I can also create another request, and this is for to get the new SS token. This is my initial SS token. To get the new SS token, I will be having another routes. Here the red auth ns dot root refresh my token class refresh token. This will be a push request. I can get the current user, and with this get durability identify, I've already imported from here. I will get the current user. With this I can create new SS token. Create SS token again. Identity equals current user. I will return in JSONify again SS token. This will be my new SS token. And status code is 200. Success. Okay, let me explain this code now. The first one is for sign up request. If the user is not registered, it will sign up the user. That means it will register the user and it will store email and password. And to log in, if the user is validated, means if the user is already registered, then it will check if the password matched or not, and if it matches, then it will create SS token and refresh token. This SS token and refresh token will be required for authentication, and the token will be expired in some time, and the default expiration time is for this SS token it is 15 minutes, but for this refresh token I believe it is 30 days. So with this refresh token, the use of refresh token is to get the new SS token, and this SS token is required to send the request. Suppose to create the user to send the leave request, I will be requiring this SS token. That means it will authenticate the user. And if it is expired, then I will be using this refresh token to create a new SS token. And to create a new SS token, I have already defined here roots. So this will create a new SS token. That means if the SS token is expired, I will be using this root and it will create new SS token. And as I have defined here JWT extended in my main.py file, I have to, this is compulsory, I have to import from Flask JWT extended. I have to import JWT manager. I have to initialize this in my main file. So here I can call that JWT manager. I can pass it, and I have created separate namespace for this auth. So in this main.py file, here from api.auth I can import authns and api.add namespace authns. Okay, control yes. Now in this API document I can refresh this. Okay, auth is there, but I have created separate model for employee, so I have to run my database first. I have to create my database first. If I open my DB browser SQLite and if I refresh this, see there is no any employee table. So I have to create my database first. For this I can write python -m database.db init. Enter, database created, and now if I refresh this, okay, now there is employee table. There are email and password. Now in this API document, first of all I would like to go to this post request to register a user, try it out. There is no any payload example. So in my auth roots here in this post request I can write expect my custom decorator. I can pass authns, auth API model, and I don't need to remove any field from this model, so this is fine for now. And also I can format the output authns dot marshal with auth API model. Also in this login request I can write expect ns is auth ns auth API model. Okay, and in this post request, as I have already mentioned, to create SS token I will require this refresh token. So here I can pass JWT required, means token is required, and which token is required? Refresh token is required. So I have to pass refresh equals true. Okay, now if I go to my API document and here if I refresh this API, in this auth namespace, in this login, or let me go to sign up first, and now I can see the example value, try it out. Okay, now I'm going to register a user. Suppose if I provide email that is not there, store@gmail.com, and password is suppose test, and if I click on execute, see user is not registered, contact admin for register. If I go to my users and if I go to this get request, try it out, execute, so only these users are allowed. I can copy one users, john@gmail.com, control C, control V, and password test, this is fine, execute. Okay, now this is the email and I will get the hashed password. The employee is registered. Now employee can log into the site. So if I go to this request, post request, and here try it out, john@gmail.com, password is test. If I provide test to incorrect password, and if I click on execute, email or password incorrect, so it will give me this message. Now if I provide correct password, test, and if I click on execute, I will get the SS token and refresh token. There is typo, I have to write here SS token, control S. So with this SS token and refresh token, I can send the request. I will implement that in the next chapter, but this SS token will be required to add authentication, and this refresh token will be required to create another SS token. If it is expired, I have to use this refresh token to get a new SS token, and we have data routes also. So if I go to this API, I can click on try it out, execute. I will get missing authorization header. I have provided here JW required refresh equals true. If I comment this, and now if I click on execute, okay, it will give me this error message, and it will say you must call JWT required or verify JWT in request. Okay, that means this line is compulsory, but right now I have not implemented authentication part, so I am not able to send this request. I will cover this in the next chapter. I am allowed to register a user and I am allowed to log into the site, and I am getting this SS token and refresh token. So I have created employee tables, and in my employee table I will store email and password. This sign up routes will register a user, and this login routes will verify the user with email and password, and after verification it will give me SS token and refresh token. This is all for chapter 5. Now in the next chapter I will discuss about SQL Alchemy migration with Flask Migrate.